Question and answer time number 8. Today I'll be answering 15 of your guys' questions that you have either submitted through the comment section below or have privately messaged me on Google+. Either way, I have received your questions and I'm ready to answer them. However, I do apologize if I am not answering your question in today's Q&A, but I do guarantee that your question will be answered in a future Q&A, so please be patient with me. I do have quite a few questions. But I always encourage asking more questions. In each Q&A, I usually do 15 to 20 questions. And next Q&A, Q&A number 9, will actually be my 1-year anniversary of doing Q&As. So I'll probably be answering quite a few questions, maybe even around 25. So feel free to ask as many questions as you want. Just know that the more questions you ask, the longer time it'll take for them to be answered. One more quick thing I wanted to mention is that thank you very much for 1,700 subscribers. For all the new subscribers that have joined, welcome to my channel. I hope you are enjoying what you're watching, and it's just amazing that we are only 300 subscribers away, even less than that now, from 2,000, which is just so cool. I don't even know what to say. So thank you guys so much again, and let's get into today's Q&A. Question number 1, asked by Chad Anderson. Since most employers say you have to be at least 16 years of age to get a job, how are you able to work over the summer? So for those of you who are unaware, over the summer last year, I worked as a caddy at a country club, which is basically where you're helping the golfer on the golf course while they're golfing. For a more in-depth definition, you should probably look it up because my definition is very, very vague. And so my answer to that is, first of all, one of the key words in your question is most. So not all employers require that age. And as a caddy, it's not really a normal job. You don't get paid by the hour or any salary or anything. Your income depends on how much you work and how well you work. There is a minimum of how much or how low you can get paid for that day, but is mainly tips. So if I work very well that day, I'd say around $60 is pretty good, or if I caddied for like 4 golfers, $80 is also kind of the average if you do well. So it just really depends on how much you work, like how many days you go out to work, because it's completely optional on how much you go out to work and how well. So how well, how attentive are you, and how fast, basically all that kind of stuff like that. Question number 2, also asked by Chad Anderson. If you could become fluent in 3 languages beside English, what would they be? Now, Spanish is definitely one. I'm actually studying that in school. Second would be Mandarin, and the third would be Arabic. And my reasons being is that kind of covers the whole world. So if you're kind of anywhere out there, you really have quite a few languages to use to talk to people out there, because I feel like a lot of the European countries know English, but in my personal opinion, that really covers a lot of the world. Question number 3, asked by Christina Chorbik. What is the best and most embarrassing thing you got for Christmas 2015? Now, the best gift I got, I always love my cars, like Zed Custard or Sergeant High Gear, along with some others, but besides any car, I'd say the Ray-Ban Wayfarers that I got. I just love those things. Those are sunglasses, if you don't know what they are, and they look amazing. I always kind of wanted a pair too, and I was very happy to get them. So for the most embarrassing gift, I'm sorry to disappoint you with my answer, but really I did not get anything embarrassing. I told the people who were getting me something what I wanted, so for mainly other people, it was basically money or gift cards, stuff like that. And my parents, they knew exactly what I wanted, so it wasn't anything really embarrassing or that I didn't want. Question number 4, asked by Sharon Corrigan. Would you want a jetpack? Heck yeah, who wouldn't want a jetpack? That would be awesome. Man, I can't even imagine. That would be really cool. Question number 5, also asked by Sharon Corrigan. Have you been to the United Kingdom? I really wish I have, but unfortunately I have not been anywhere out of the United States yet. but I have been to a lot of places within the United States, but other than that, I have not gone to any other countries, but I definitely, hopefully, plan on visiting the UK someday, maybe when I'm older, maybe in the next few years if my parents decide to go there. Question number six, asked by Tyler Pickup, aka Starpool. What was your first Cars collectible ever? This thing was the first Cars collectible I ever had, and it's basically a little figurine of Mater, all plastic, keychain here, and it also kind of lights up when you hit his head up here. It's pretty interesting. His kind of mouth opens there and he kind of like sheds a light, and it still kind of works. And yeah, I do remember this from all the way back in the day. They were really cool. There was also a Lightning McQueen one of these, but this was probably, I'm pretty sure, it was the first Cars item I ever really had, because they didn't release the diecast yet, so this was the next best thing. Alright, let's move on to question number 7, asked by Abigail Mater. Excluding McQueen and Francesco, who is your least favorite World Grand Prix racer? This guy right here. I'm sorry, Max, I like your fans in the background, I like your crew chief, but compared to all the other World Grand Prix racers, I never really was a big fan of you. I don't really care for all your variations. I'm sorry, Max, I don't know. I mean, it's not that I hate him or anything. It's just I feel like there's so many of him. All the Super Chases from 2012 are his model, and it just gets a little repetitive when all you see is this body style. So, I don't know. That's just my least favorite. There are some great World Grand Prix racers, and they just kind of top Max. Question number 8, asked by Sebastian Mater. What is your favorite brand of chips? Lay's, but Pringles are also pretty good. I kind of have those as a tie. They're both really good brands of chips. Question number 9, also asked by Sebastian Mater. What is your favorite app? YouTube. YouTube all the way. I probably use it the most. Watching videos, listening to music. It's just like essential to my daily life is that YouTube app. But I mean, if I had to go something else, or something a little bit more, I guess you could say, out of there. I mean, I like social media and stuff, you know, Facebook, interacting with the Pixar Cars Diecast people. I mean, there's some great apps. I also love my mail app. I mean, I love receiving all the comments that you guys give me. So those are some of my favorite apps, but YouTube is definitely my favorite. Ross Cars and Planes asks, do you have a band in your school? And did your middle school have one? And were you in it? So that's basically what Ross Cars and Planes was asking. I kind of reworded it a little bit. So basically, I am not in band. I never really was. But my schools, both of them, my high school and my middle school, did have a band. And just so you guys know, I did used to play the piano, but unfortunately I got really busy and just didn't have the time or commitment for the piano, unfortunately. Question number 11, asked by Anthony Roy. Which ice racer is your favorite? Now, I love all the ice racers. I think it's one of the best series that Mattel has made, but I'd have to probably specify or go with Rip or Carla. Those are some great ice racers. Maybe it's just kind of the mentality that those were the last two to be released besides Frosty, but I always like Rip. He's a great World Grand Prix racer, so that would be my answer. Damian Fowler asks, what do you think about the Star Wars The Force Awakens from the trailers you have seen so far? Now, this question was asked before the movie came out, obviously, and I do apologize for not answering it before the movie came out. So this question, I'm going to modify it to, what did you think of The Force Awakens movie itself? Because I did actually go see it when it came out, and I honestly thought it was a great movie, very enjoyable. It was just a great movie, and it's the only Star Wars movie I've seen so far. I do plan on watching the other 6. I actually have them on DVD, but I just haven't had any opportunities to watch them. Question number 13, asked by Pixar Lover 03 IGUA AVGCP RFFA NODD. Yes, that was the entire name. Question was, what's your favorite Fall Out Boy song? And now my favorite songs, that is, change kind of on a monthly basis, because after you listen to them, so so much you kind of get tired of them. And it's not like you ever totally hate the song, it's just that you kind of get tired of it and don't really want to listen to it again because maybe you found another song that you enjoy. But my favorite one right now, I mean, they have some great songs. Centuries was a good song, but I did kind of get burnt out on that one because that one came out quite a while ago. And also Back to Earth was a great song as well, and I also really like the movie music video for that. Now my favorite song right now, like besides Fall Out Boy, oh man, it's definitely Mako's Smoke Filled Room. That is just an amazing song. Alright, let's move on to question 14, asked by Jacob Vega. I'm sorry if I pronounce your name, I don't know, Vega. Sorry about that. Please let me know how to pronounce it if I did incorrectly. So he asks, who is your favorite lemon from Cars 2? And now I really like J. Kirby Gremlin. He had a pretty cool paint job. I like his purple color there. And I also feel like he didn't get enough attention. He's only gotten one release so far, whereas the other lemons have gotten multiple. Tubbs Pacer will be getting re-released this year. So I just feel like he definitely deserves a little bit more attention. I definitely buy an extra one if it came out. And the conclusion question of this Q&A asked by J Cars Review is, what's your favorite Radiator Springs car? Fillmore and Ramon are really awesome. I like those guys. They're really laid back and chill, have some nice designs, cool model. But I mean, seriously, I love all the Radiator Springs cars. They're the townies, you just can't go wrong. So those are all really just kind of hard to answer that question, but if I had to narrow it down, it would be Fillmore and Ramon. So I kind of started a tradition in the last Q&A where I ask one of the questions that was answered in the Q&A to you guys, the audience, and that question is, what was your first Cars collectible ever? I think that was a very good question. You may have to kind of reach into your memory for it, but like I did, you kind of figure it out because it's kind of, if you're a avid collector like I am, it's a very cool moment in your life when you get the first Cars collectible and then end up collecting the same item for 10 more years. So thank you guys for watching this Q&A. I hope you guys did enjoy and feel free to ask more questions. And I'll see you guys tomorrow for a suggestion video. I'll see you guys then. Bye now.